Have you heard from Nathan?
He's here.
She just said that he had his wife text him and he had to leave.
Oh, okay. All right, you ready? I'm going to call to order the Board of Public Works, beginning with the minutes from our last meeting.
I move we accept the minutes of August 25th, last Board of Works meeting. That's it.
I will second. All those in favor of the motion signify by stating aye. Aye. Motion passes. Any amendments today, Ken? No. Moving on, the first order of business is a recommendation. Ken, as you might remember, we've been through this process of releasing RFP for Safe Streets for All. It comes before the Board of Works to extend that contract to Aegis. It's formerly, they acquired BLN, which is another major engineering firm in the state. So the review panel reviewed the applications, the RFP responses, and is recommending Aegis as the firm to conduct the Safe Streets for All Comprehensive Safety Action Plan. Can I get a motion for that?
You need a motion?
Yeah.
Oh, so moved.
I will second the motion, a second to approve Aegis as the firm to conduct the Safe Streets for All application for the city of Tipton. All those in favor signify by stating aye. Aye. Motion passes. Second item under old business, this is a code enforcement situation from Sharon Hankins. It's actually the individual who owned it passed away. And so as she's been the executor of the estate, she's just now received the notifications, which came with fees. And so what I'd like to propose is, given the circumstances, to offer her to still pay a penalty, but a reduced penalty. And now she understands what the expectations are moving forward. So it's to recommend a penalty of $280 for the infractions, reducing it from the $780, and then moving forward, all is equal and will be the normal penalty fee schedule.
You've been in contact with her about all this?
Yes, yes.
I'll make a motion to approve the 280.
And I will second. All those in favor of the motion signify by stating aye. Aye. Motion passes. Now, under new business, opening bids for the public safety renovation project. I suspect that's why some of you are in the room today with us. So excited for this, and we will begin opening those bids.
There were 7 bids.
First bid is from R.L. Turner. And the base bid from R.L. Turner is $777,000. And then the schedule of alternatives. Alternative 1 is for the window replacement for the office building. That was $45,000. Alternative 2, glazing replacement. That's for $5,600. That completes R.L. Turner's bid packet. The second bid packet is from J.G. Bowers. J.G. Bowers. Make sure. They have a base bid of $742,058. On the schedule of alternatives, alternative 1, window replacement, is $68,600. Alternative 2, glazing replacement, $23,054. And that would conclude JG Bauer's bid. Bid 3 is from Hearn Construction. Hearn. Yep, Hearn. Hearn Construction has a base bid of $630,000. Under alternatives, alternative 1, window replacement, $30,000. Alternative 2, glazing replacement, is $12,000. And that completes Hearn Construction's bid. Bid number 4, Brown and Brown General Contracting. Brown and Brown's base bid is $662,900. Under schedule of alternatives, the number 1 window replacement is $39,400. Alternative 2 glazing replacement is $14,000. That completes Brown and Brown General Contracting's bid. Bid number 5. This is from Kobeck Construction. Kobeck's base bid is $798,000. Alternative 1, window replacement, is $44,000. And alternative 2, the glazing, is $12,000. That completes Kobeck Construction's bid. Number 6 is Cunningham Construction Group. Cunningham Construction Group's base bid is $753,300. Under schedule of alternatives, alternative 1, window replacement, is $35,762. And alternative 2, glazing replacement, is $39,232. Our final bid packet for today is from First Due Company. First Due, their base bid I see my alternates. The rest of this has gone so smoothly, people. Is First Due represented here today?
Yeah.
You mind helping me find?
What is it, the alternates?
Oh, okay, I see. Thanks, Ken.
I could see it from here, but I didn't. I didn't see it.
I like to think I had young eyes, but base bid from First Due Company is $770,000, and then the alternatives, I did see those. Alternative 1 is $20,600 for the window replacement, and alternative 2 glazing replacement is $21,900. That would conclude the bid opening for the public safety building. At this time, I'd like to ask the Board of Works if they consider a motion similar to CCMG to take these under advisement and then to move forward with the lowest and responsive bidder to keep the contract moving forward.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to allow myself and Envoy and Etika to review the bid packets and to move forward with the lowest and responsive bidder for the project. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
What was the, I missed it, sorry. I learned what Braxton Hicks contract.
Oh.
What's the alternative for her on First Street? 30,000.
30,000.
30.
For the window replacement?
Mhm.
Yes, correct.
Perfect.
Who made the motion?
I
Nathan.
cannot remember.
And double second, and then they all.
Yep.
One, right?
Okay. Next item under new business is the Connie Street grass area Connie manifold. Are they with us today? This is coming from you, Michael.
No, actually, Jenny's the one that told me to put it on the agenda.
Connie Street grass area. Oh, yes. Apologies. This isn't code enforcement. The neighbors of the property that we purchased on North Condi, right across catty corner from the street department, they're hosting a birthday party, I believe. And so what they'd like to do is have access. Dylan, do you?
This is a different property. This is South County, next to the alley by the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah. This is the,
I talked to Jenny about it.
you have to stop and think about where that alley is.
So it'd be on the west side of the 100 block of South County.
Yeah,
There's a small grass
there's a
strip
small-
beside the alley.
small grassy alley that goes back towards the Boys and Girls Club.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just a small grassy area there that Jenny said this morning, someone just wants to have permission to put some tables up for a birthday party.
Oh, so, okay, yeah.
It's just a
But with
very
the-
small.
Yeah,
So the use is the same. Mike, I had confusion on the location of it. So they'd like to utilize the area temporarily for a birthday party to have some tables, maybe some games. So I think our recommendation to them was to formally ask for that permission before this board. Does this board have any questions or concerns?
I have no idea what it's at.
So 100 block of South.
Right.
South County.
It's
It's on the west side of the road.
2 houses off of Jefferson.
Oh, I see it now.
There you
It's
go.
just a small
Used to be a
little,
little blue house there.
Just-
Okay.
For the kids got picked up pretty fast.
I have no problem. I mean, thank her for asking permission.
Yeah. I think I'd like to formalize this in a motion if you feel so
Okay.
inclined.
Yeah.
Yeah, make the motion that we approve that.
Second.
A motion and a second to allow Connie Manifold to utilize the property in the south 100 block of South Condi temporarily for her birthday party. All those in favor of the motion signify by stating aye. Aye. Motion passes. Sorry for the confusion. I had heard Condi Street, just assumed it was up north. Okay, that concludes both old and new business for this morning. We'll head into department business, starting with cemetery.
Apologize for the front and back picture. I had a new printer and I couldn't figure it out. For the cemetery, we're currently making repairs on old monuments and foundations that have sunken. So first round is completed. I'll have to do another round by the end of the season. Always a lot of money for that. We had one burial last month, 2 graves sold at a total cost of $2,400. One issue, week before last, we normally have 3 mowers at cemetery, one is a backup. Initially, I wanted approval for budgeted from New Zero Return. So I spoke with Tammy, so I have ordered a New Zero Return that won't be until January for they put out a perpetual. It's $10,296.30. That's all I have.
Just for my own knowledge, who's responsible for the upkeep of the stones? Is it,
Well, the family, if the families are still living, we usually reach out to them for the maintenance issues, but these are like 1800s.
Mm.
They fall
They're
on foundation.
1800s, so they're probably not around anymore.
No, they're not. So I always allow that amount to make those repaired.
Okay.
Appreciate you keeping things light.
Yeah. Always come on here for that.
Any questions for Diane on the cemetery?
I had a quick question. What's, so I know the township maintains cemeteries outside of the city, but they don't have any interest in maintaining ours as well, right? Like, that's not their responsibility.
It's a good question. My assumption today has been because we own it.
Right.
The answer to that was no, but
Said we, not that we would ever do this, but said we don't own it, but the township have to maintain it.
that's,
I mean, we pay the.
that's a good
I know we
question.
don't pay township fire tax, but I believe we pay tax for the cemetery upkeep. So I'm just wondering,
Mhm.
long-term, could there be collaboration ever with them?
We have the St. John's portion also, so I don't know how that would work.
To who?
St. John's section,
And we maintain that?
No.
They maintain that?
no vehicles, requires that to be done. Yeah. I don't know how that would work.
But the city owns that property, don't they?
Mm,
I
St.
don't
John's?
know.
I don't think so. I think St. John's is,
I don't
St.
remember when that
John's?
was changed, but quite a while ago.
I think.
Ready for the park? Okay. I've ordered a piece of playground equipment for 19,000. It's gonna replace the monkey barrel. Had a couple contractors look at it. They really didn't want to touch it. So I'll have the street department remove that. And then we'll.
You're getting rid of the monkey barrel.
Yes, I know people will be mad. I can't help it. There's a lot of things wrong with it and it's dangerous. So somebody get hurt. So you want to go out and play on it one last time?
Well, I used to play on it.
Exactly. That's how old it is.
That's why we're taking it out because it's old. Anyway, that should be delivered in November, I believe. And the street department will be removing that to save us money and then we'll put that in place.
And you've made a strong effort to contract or find a contractor to repair that, right? So
I'm
it's
sorry.
to replace or repair
Yeah,
the monkey
I-
barrel.
have two contractors look at it.
We just can't get folks to respond.
They did complete the project on the pavilion. That was to seal up all the areas that our four-legged friends were getting up into
Mhm.
and help get rid of the nesting of the birds. And that has made a huge difference. So
Good.
hopefully next spring it'll be better. Last concert is this Saturday with 45 RPM. And I think that's it.
Any questions for Diana?
They are surveying right now for the baseball diamonds. He's been out there for about a week. I haven't talked to him personally, but
Mhm.
he's taking that off.
Yeah.
That's all
Thank you for keeping the park beautiful.
Did you notice, was it just wind damage on that park rules sign?
I think it just rotted.
Yeah. It looked like it was just natural causes that the whole thing need to be replaced, you suspect?
The
Post and sign and
posts are fine, the sign.
Yeah.
What sign is this?
as you enter the park with the park rules on it. As I
No,
was,
that was, took pictures, beautification group from years ago that I worked on flower gardens. Mrs. Balser, and I can't remember the names on it. It's been up quite a while.
thank you. Next up, Planning Department, Enforcement Division on 421 East Washington Street.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Some good news on 421 East Washington. The owner went ahead and took care of that demolition. So that is good that we don't have to spend city money on that. And then I do have a couple other cases to go over with you today. You'll find them in the back of your packet. 443 North Independence and 437 Northeast. The street department gave us a call about 437 Northeast, a fence that was constructed in the city's right of way. And then while I was out there taking photos, I also found 443 North Independence. And as you guys know, our office does not have the authority to grant construction in the city's right of way. So that's why we've got all the property owners here. That's why they're here asking for, I guess, permission for those fences to remain in the city's right of way.
Neither fence is new. Neither fence is new.
No, the newest one's about 18 months, but this is just.
And the violation is that they're in city easement or?
Yes.
Too close to the.
Do you have another copy?
So your recommendation to us is to grant.
Yes, I would ask that the board allow those fences to remain. The one on 437 Northeast, I believe, was constructed about 18 months ago. And then the Independence Street one is older than that. And I went through our records. We have no permit applications or variance requests, anything for the properties. So since they're not new, I would ask if they just be allowed to remain.
Questions from the board?
In the past, we had often just granted these, but then told the homeowner two things, that if the city were to ever tear out the fence, it's at their cost of repair. And the second thing would be, IC1 has heavy vegetation. If the city ever cuts back vegetation, that they understand the city has the right to do that. That's prior to Dylan has led to fights with other homeowners in the city, where they said we didn't have the right to do that even after we told them. Thinking of someone on Berryman Pike who cut back the rose bush, and it was a fight.
I do remember
I
that.
just don't want that to be the case. As long as they understand, both of them look like they're not like sunk in concrete too far where if a car hit it, it would be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
As long as the homeowners understand those two things, we usually have granted these. We don't, it's not the best thing. We like to approve these before, but
Mhm.
we don't always set them, so.
I agree, as long as they understand that it is in the city easement, that if the city is necessary to do work or something, that replacement would be at their expense and I'm fine.
I also like the shortened height of both.
Yeah.
I think it makes it a little easier.
5 foot, we have a different side, not like safety
Yeah.
issue, but.
Any questions from the property owners, either on East Street or Independence?
Mine would just be how far back does it need to be from sidewalk or the street? Because I want to replace that fence anyways, ours is dying, I'm at 443 Independence. So I'm like, if I'm gonna put a new one in, I don't want to put it in wrong, I'll get permits and stuff.
I thought it was 5 feet, but you would want to come get a permit anyway, and then they could tell you where it's at.
Okay,
You're supposed to kind of sketch it out, I think, on the permit.
Yeah, there will be a site plan on the application.
okay,
And then on Beacon Schneider, which is what we use, that shows the right of way.
okay.
You're on a corner lot though, right?
Yes.
That could be a difference for the corner lot, I can't remember.
There is, and in terms of height, but if they leave it at 48 inches, it can go up to the right of way.
Yeah, I think if it's, is it gonna be similar to this in height?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you.
probably a little short of that, of a tall fence, but
Okay, my opinion would be there's 2 motions, one for each property, just for the minutes perspective.
I'll make a motion to approve the existing fence in the city right away, with the conditions that the homeowners understand that tearing it out would be at their cost, and so would vegetation. If we did that, it would be at our own prerogative on 437 Northeast.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the fence to remain in the city's right of way under the conditions that if the city for some reason needs to remove the fencing for a city project, that responsibility for replacement is borne by the property owner, and same goes for vegetation. If vegetation gets to a condition where the city has to maintain it, that would be at the expense of the property owner. All those in favor of the motion signify by stating aye. Aye. Motion passes.
I'll make the same motion for 443 North.
I will too, and as long as the fence stays of a similar height, if you choose to put it back where it was, I'm fine with that too.
Okay, there's been a motion and a second to approve the fencing located at 443 North Independence Street to remain in the city's right of way. And if the fence does get reconstructed, it has the same permissions to be at the same location, so long as it remains at that height or shorter. All those in favor of the motion signify by stating aye. Aye. Motion passes.
The last thing I've got is 119 Northeast Street. It's the old Red Brick building. Just an update on that.
Mhm.
That we have done final inspection, and it passed, so it should be opening up here shortly. And then I know there's some discussion on social media about the addition on the back
Mhm.
that was constructed in the railroad's right of way. So we had to put a stop work order on that. But we worked with the property owner, and he's removed that room addition, and just left a little bit of a concrete patio back there.
Okay.
So did anyone contact the railroad?
I believe the property owner attempted to get in touch with them to get permission to construct that in their right of way, but he
He
tried.
probably
for a
had
couple
no
weeks.
luck
Yeah.
contacting the railroad.
So, yeah.
Okay.
I have a quick
Seeking forgiveness rather than permission. It's,
We didn't tell me to.
sometimes it works.
We had an order to demolish some time ago for the Neverton property.
Mm-hmm.
If you go by it, it's still in pretty rough shape. There's like piles of stuff still. The garage is still up. and
Out
it's-
on North Condi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we have been working with Mr. Neverton, trying to find some solution. He understands the need to clean the property up, but that is definitely on Judy and I's list to take a look again and see what we can get done.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, Street Department. Dylan.
Municipal Services Department ran regular trash and recycling, yard waste, sprayed weeds at curb lines and sidewalks, trimmed trees over roadways for school buses, removed 4-H banners, along with hung Pork Fest and Hometown Hero banners, and attended the National Night Out. We had 139.94 tons of trash for a total of $7,960.11. 24.83 tons of recycling for $869.05, and 5 roll-off dumpsters totaling 23.3 tons. Our staff did CPR and AED training with the fire department.
Good.
One thing I do want to discuss is our rear load and side load trucks both need repairs done to them. I have worked with Tammy and we have the money to do it, but that total to get both trucks fixed, $18,620.12. The rear load truck is going in this week to get its repairs done up at Road Truck in Kokomo. And then I'm working with New Way for our side load, hoping that they can bring us a loaner truck while that's up there getting the necessary repairs done.
What repairs for the rear load?
So
does that
the
help
rear
fix?
load, it needs the turbo replaced, fuel rails replaced, just some other mechanical things done to it.
Turbo on what?
Fuel rails. Right now, to even get the truck running, we have to spray ether in it to get it running. So
How old is that truck?
I think it's 15 years old, if I'm
It's
remembering right.
2010.
So you can see the breakdown. The rear load is $5,594.89. And then the side load, there's a hydraulic leak on the block on the bottom side where all the hydraulic hoses come into it. That block needs replaced. And then the actual arm that picks up the trash toters, it's wore out. So all the bushings need replaced. The chains that run the arm, there is no more adjustment to that. Typically, every few months we have to tighten those chains because it loosens up and the arm gets wobbly. There is no adjustment left in those chains, so they have to be replaced.
So you said that wore out, so how often?
Well, that
Well,
truck
that wore
is, 4 years old now?
About
So I would say when we get a second truck, that will change. That'll go, 8 years, 10 years instead of 4 because it's not used as much. But you can see the side load quote, $13,025.23.
As far as the rear load, does this get it back to,
Fully operational.
yeah,
Yes.
for a 15-year-old truck can be? So is the plan then to continue to utilize the rear load in the places we need it?
Yep.
Until it can no longer?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, right now, the rear load, for the way we're operating, is needed. We do all the uptown trash cans with it. We do all the city dumpsters with it. And until that changes, we absolutely need it. And really, $6,000 is minimal to keep that truck running. Projects, West Street, it is 99% done. Midwest is going to be pouring. There's one section of sidewalk that still needs put in, and then the sidewalk on South Street by the archway to connect it to the archway. They're going to be forming and pouring those this week. So once that is done, West Street will be complete. East Street is going good. All the water mains put in, and they've got the storm sewer halfway through the first block between South and Jackson. So they're making good progress on that. I think that's all I have.
Just to offer a compliment to you and Midwest. I called you on Friday about the sign on Northwest that kept blowing over. I think by the time I went back home, they had picked it up. So thanks for communicating that to them, and they got it picked up quick. So
Yeah, no problem. That sign contractor will be out here this week to
picking up the
collect
rest.
all the signs.
Okay.
They've been out here 3 times, and for some reason they can't find all the signs.
Yeah.
We're we're getting that fixed slowly.
And I'll offer a compliment to Officer Trice Huffman. Actually, when I was walking back to the office, he had stopped his patrol car to get up and stand that sign back up, which prompted all this. But just want to compliment him for not only identifying the issue, but then fixing it. So kudos to him. Any questions for Dylan?
And then the money is in my budget for these repairs. I'm not having to, I have to move it around a little bit, but I don't have to ask.
Okay. If there's no questions there, we're going to move on to the Tipton Arts Commission. Anna's with us.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Just two quick updates. So our summer artist in residence experience is starting to wind down. So a lot of the public engagements that Landon Caldwell has been doing this summer with, I guess, semi-public with Boys and Girls Club, and then with Encore at the library, and we've also been at the farmers market quite a bit too. He's created a film, a poetry film actually. He had like a really meaningful summer with us, and like created something really beautiful and lovely. So we're gonna be having a party, a premiere, and I'll get you that information and everybody that information. And not all the details are finalized yet, but it'll be later this summer, probably in October.
Okay.
Second means that we are kicking it into another gear, and we'll be pretty soon releasing a public art master plan. And we're in a draft stages right now, and would love your feedback or input in that. It's been informed by a lot of community input that has already existed. Our community has had a lot of surveys and plans done. I think I mentioned this before, so we really capitalized on some of the existing knowledge and feedback that's relevant to what we're doing. As well as our experience this summer, just the ways that people are interested and curious about art and seeing it in our community. That will inform a bit of a cadence for acquiring and installing new pieces of public art in Tipton, as well as some priority locations or types of public art themes. So it's kind of some loose guardrails for like, what are we trying to focus on? But I'm excited to like get some projects off the ground here in the next, probably it'll be a 5-year horizon with multiple projects happening at that time.
Very good.
Any questions for me?
Thank you for all your work.
It's been a joy. Thank you for standing up with commission.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Last is my report. A lot of the activity we've already talked about through the department reports and then also the bids today. But then just further on the baseball project, as Diana mentioned, they've done surveying currently, trying to identify the scope of the project. And then once we have basically in this communication with DNR, what we're trying to figure out is how to get through their permitting process as smoothly as possible and as quick as possible. Because since the property is in the floodplain, there will be some expectations from DNR to get that to move forward. So we're trying to avoid a 90-day permit process. But that all comes down to scope and then impacts to the property and so on. I think that concludes from my report. Excited to get these public safety bids in hand and then moving these forward rather quickly. So we should see construction on that public safety building soon, my hope.
Yes, ma'am.
So the surveyor was he looking to see what areas it is, the floodplain is up, main purpose?
I think it's to identify specifically where the project area is generally, and then yes, what areas from that are and are not. DNR. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
It's all part of that.
That may kind of force them to make a recommendation.
Correct. Yeah. Trying to figure out what is and is not doable and acceptable. Again, trying to figure out a way to do this expeditiously, but at the end of the day, DNR may just require us to do a full permitting process. And yeah. Okay.
Arts Commission reminded me, what are the plans for the crosswalks downtown?
So we're exploring that opportunity, actually looking at some possible grant opportunities. And then if we can find some grant opportunities, possibly then figuring out how do we actually execute these creative crosswalk in downtown. Yeah, I think as you and I had chatted maybe offline, it's now we have these blank slates that would really be impressive if there was some creativity to those crosswalks than just the typical keyboard style.
Pigs and corn.
You could put a unicorn statue at in the bump house.
Move with you.
Second.
The motion is second to adjourn the meeting. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned.
Arts Commission said no.
Off the bat.
Off of the beach.
We're joining the meeting.
Can you made that motion, right?